Bene, siamo molto contenti, come abbiamo già annunciato, di avere qui con noi gli Inhaler, Elijah e Ryan. Welcome to Italy.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Bonjour. Hello.
Champignon.
Champignon, that's French.
Evidentemente.
So, how are you doing? How's life? I mean, your album has been out for 3 days, just a weekend, so you must be...
we're over the moon. We're really happy with how people are taking it. Thank you so much for playing it on your station as well.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Listen, the title sounds a bit strong and hard. Cuts and bruises.
Yeah, especially considering that they are 20 years old.
Yeah,
How old are you?
23.
23, right. Okay.
Yeah.
È un titolo forte, no? Per essere dei ragazzi di 23 anni.
Sì, esatto, bruciature, tagli, insomma, qualcosa di non buono. Perché? Why?
Why?
I think for us, we were always friends, before we started a band.
Mm-hmm.
And once it becomes a job, things get a little complicated. And I think our relationships are maybe strained a little bit.
I see.
And, it's nothing that we can't fix.
Yeah.
So I think Cuts and Bruises kind of, for us, just kind of reflects the last kind of year we had on the road. It was quite tough on our relationship with each other, but we're able to, cover it up with makeup and plasters and stuff.
We're here now.
It's no serious injury.
We might only be 23, but no one's gone to whatever age they're at without a few cuts and bruises along the way.
È bello, insomma, possiamo anche avere solo 23 anni, però nessuno, tutti hanno comunque i loro cuts and bruises, i loro tagli e scottature. E dice che comunque, dicono loro, che è un titolo che è venuto fuori da quando loro si sono resi conto che questo era un vero lavoro. Il fatto che loro si conoscono da tanti anni, da quando erano bambini, finalmente hanno fatto una band, finalmente
la convivenza poi non è facile.
Certo, e quindi tutti hanno i loro cuts and bruises. It's great that you've been friends since you were kids, right?
Yeah. Long time.
All the four of us, because you're four in the band, right?
Yeah.
Growing up in Dublin.
Exactly.
Loro sono amici da quando erano bambini.
Sì.
Okay, so and what was the moment in which you decided, okay, let's form a band, let's get serious?
I guess is when we stole our guitar player Josh from a different band.
Right.
That's how the story kind of goes. Yeah, the three of us were playing for about 3 or 4 years, just we say doing covers, but they were really bad covers of like Pixies and bands that we were into at the time. And then we needed someone who could actually play their instrument because we couldn't. And so we kind of nicked Josh from a band he was in who was breaking up. And so that was when we were about 16, 17 and we decided to actually give it a go.
Ok, quindi diciamo gli ho chiesto quando è che vi siete resi conto che la cosa era seria, cioè che comunque quella della band era un lavoro. Insomma, loro avevano una band da prima, ma nel momento in cui loro hanno rubato il chitarrista Josh da un'altra band che si stava sciogliendo, hanno capito che potevano cominciare a fare le loro canzoni anziché semplicemente le covers.
Certo. Questo è il secondo LP e solitamente la leggenda narra che il secondo LP è quello più difficile, quello più pericoloso, perché magari il primo ha avuto successo, il secondo quindi ci sono un sacco di aspettative, eccetera, eccetera. This new album, Cuts and Bruises, is the second LP, isn't it?
The difficult second album.
Yeah, the difficult one.
Yeah.
Like legend says. Are you scared about it?
I think we were more before we started recording it. And then once the songs came out, we knew that they were better than the first. And I think we felt confident, but it wasn't easy finishing it because we had so little time.
Wow.
But, they say you've got 21 years to write your first one
And one to write the second.
And one to write the second. Sure. Not even,
9 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, the second we finished the first record, we were writing songs for the second one. But I think the fact that it was done in a shorter period of time made it more spontaneous and therefore made it feel more concise of a project. And it's like a snapshot, Because the first record was like Frankenstein over like 6 years, lots of different ideas and genres and stuff like that. Okay. But That's right, yeah.
E quindi insomma diciamo che il Mix ha chiesto se hanno come si sentono con questo album che
sì, perché di solito è difficile, no?
Il secondo album che è difficile, avevamo paura all'inizio perché comunque tu per fare il primo album hai 20 anni di tempo, per fare il secondo ne hai uno neanche,
certo.
No? Per cui comunque è sempre difficile approcciare quel lavoro lì, però adesso sono ovviamente insomma contenti di come è riuscito. First album was a huge success. To be a newcomer band, you know.
In a blink of an eye, number one.
Thank you. True. We signed a lot of records to get that.
Yeah.
It was well worth it, and we were blown away. We still don't feel like that really happened, but
imposter syndrome.
You know, I guess the number one.
Imposter syndrome, la sindrome dell'impostore.
No, my God.
Tutto questo c'è.
No way.
It's true. Well, I also think number one doesn't mean as much as it did, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
You're right.
But for us, it's really special because when we were teenagers, there was a UK band called The Blossoms, or just Blossoms, and they played guitars. And we thought that playing guitars, nobody could ever get a number one with that anymore.
Yes.
And
you're quite correct.
Yeah, well, it was true in 2016 when it happened, and when we saw that, for us, that gave us a lot of confidence in our own music and in our own potential.
Yeah.
And so for us to do it, we just hope that we could inspire some other kids to pick up guitars.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting topic. Let me just translate. Dice che insomma il successo del primo album è stato abbastanza sorprendente. Loro avevano visto una band che si chiamava Blossoms che comunque suonava chitarre. Nel momento in cui nel 2016 hanno detto non è impossibile andare in classifica suonando chitarre, no?
Sembravano veramente l'esorcista le chitarre,
esatto. Mentre invece questo qui ha dato loro molto confidenza, insomma, e sono riusciti a farlo con il primo album e adesso il secondo
adesso Alex che giustamente fa
let's play a track. Yes, right.
Let's play a track.
Okay, let's listen to a song which we know very well because our listeners are still very familiar with Love Will Get You There, and then we'll get to the new songs, right?
Okay.
Love Will Get You There degli Inhaler, che sono oggi Elijah e Ryan qui con noi a Radio Capital. Mixo, prego.
No, voglio dire, Love Will Get You There significa l'amore ti porterà lì. Allora la mia domanda è, Love Will Get You There, where?
There. Anywhere.
Oh God, we honestly couldn't tell you, but I think that this song was initially written about a friend of ours back home who was going through a difficult period during the pandemic. Not to keep harping on about the pandemic, but we just soon realized that the songs that were being written for this album it's essentially an album of love songs, but I guess it's about how the listener wants to interpret what love is for them. And so, without going into too much detail, I think that's something that we kind of want to leave open to interpretation more with this album, is that songs mean something different to everybody.
Ognuno se la può interpretare come vuole, ma di fatto l'hanno scritta per un loro amico che durante il periodo della pandemia aveva avuto dei problemi. We were talking about guitar bands. I'm very happy that you are successful because we all wanted rock to come back. Basically,
me too. I continue to play air guitar.
Yes,
so do we.
So we play a lot of rock. You mean classic rock and modern rock in this show and on this radio station. So the idea that the world is not just made of trap and something, too much pop, but so do you feel part of a new generation of British and Irish, of course, bands like, I don't know, I mean, the Spontane's DC and the 1975, and people that the first that come to my mind.
We're happy to. I think the great thing about it is that it's not one genre, it's all different types of guitar music, as you say, but I think maybe people want something visceral, and you can't get more visceral than the sound of a guitar. And we love some trap music and stuff like that. We're not, snobs in that regard, but I think for us, it feels real, and maybe, hip hop has become what rock music was in the late 80s and early 90s, which was overblown, and there was a lot of money in it, and I think guitar music now feels more fresh to people, and especially like people in our generation who maybe haven't grown up with it, So for us it's a dream come true, you know. That's what we always dreamed of being a part of.
Sì, insomma, gli ho chiesto se loro si sentono parte di questa sorta di rinascita del rock britannico, insomma, insieme ad altre band. È irlandese, naturalmente, e lui ha detto, certo, è ovvio che poi a tutti piace l'hip hop insomma che è adesso quello che era il rock negli anni 90, cioè certo. il genere preminente, quindi il rock sta tornando un po' come genere underground, insomma siamo contenti di essere parte di questa scena.
Sì. Ho una domanda veramente intelligente, a very clever question. Okay. Guinness o lager?
Guinness or lager?
It depends where you are in the world.
No, Guinness.
Guinness, ok. Elijah dice Guinness. Ryan dice dipende dove sei.
Well, you're right. You take a bad Guinness over a bad lager.
I'm sorry.
But Guinness, it's out of a bottle. Is always the same taste or not?
No.
If you drink Guinness in Ireland, it's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a religion, isn't it?
We're gonna go for hopefully a good one here tonight somewhere. Yeah.
How's Dublin? How's living in Dublin?
We couldn't really tell you. We're never really there.
You're never there.
But I guess for a lot of people our age today, Dublin's just it's really small, and so a lot of people our age are now like branching out and moving away to the UK or Berlin or even Australia because it's just too expensive to live in Dublin at the minute.
Okay.
You know, rent is at an all-time high, and job opportunities for young people are scarce, so they're taking it upon themselves to, unfortunately, you know, branch out to different places, which is great for them and everything, but when we come home, it's kind of weird to adapt and be like, where is everybody?
Okay.
You know, because they've all gone, you know, and life's moving on while we,
stay the same.
Yeah, we stay the same. We're in a band so that we don't have to grow up, really.
But I think big cities are, you know, Milan is like this. London is like this.
Yeah.
I think Dublin is now the most expensive country in Europe.
Really? Oh mamma mia. Dice che gli ho chiesto com'è vivere a Dublino, loro sono di lì.
Innanzitutto le abbiamo chiesto che insomma se preferisce la Guinness, che è veramente un tipo di religione in Irlanda, oppure la birra comune, no? E dice Guinness anche al mattino.
Ah, ok, Guinness. E poi comunque dice che Dublino è una città molto cara, per cui loro quando tornano a Dublino dai loro giri per il mondo per suonare, trovano sempre meno amici perché se ne sono andati a vivere a Berlino, in Australia, in posti meno cari. Ok, talking about touring, you're coming to Italy finally. Is it the first time?
No, we played in Milan in May last year.
Last year, ok.
That was our one and only Italian show.
Ok, loro hanno fatto solo una data a Milano l'anno scorso, ma finalmente arrivano per 3 date che sono in maggio.
Again, May.
May again, yes. Il 13 maggio all'Estragon di Bologna, il 14 all'Orion di Roma e il 16 all'Alcatraz di Milano. So, and it's part of a world tour, right?
Yes.
So you're going to the US. You've been to the US before.
We've been a good couple times now, and we just love it.
But this is gonna be the first time you're playing Glasgow.
No,
we actually
did Glasgow.
You did it already?
We did last year.
Oh my God!
Which was, I think, the most nervous we had ever been for a gig.
I guess.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
I guess why?
Yeah, have a guess. Yeah.
What stage were you on?
The John Peel.
The John Peel Stage, yes.
Yeah.
Ok, loro hanno fatto Glastonbury l'anno scorso al John Peel Stage, che era quello che
è comunque un festival importantissimo a livello mondiale, voglio dire, no?
Sì.
Allora.
And Lollapalooza as well, you did.
Yes, in Chicago.
So how's the American audience for a band like you?
They it seems to be very good from what we've seen, which is fantastic because we just love traveling the country, so it works out for us.
Yeah.
We go on like a bus up the East Coast, across the Midwest, down the West Coast, and we see all of it, you know. I think we're going to Texas this time.
Yeah,
you're going to Austin.
The American audience are really good at throwing Stetsons up on stage, so cowboy hats with our song titles on them. So we at the end of our tour there in April last year, we accumulated about 50 or 60 Stetson hats. It was a bit ridiculous. Our tour manager was like, "What are you going to do with all of them? Like, take them home?"
Big stack at the back end of the bus. But yeah, it's a beautiful country to drive across, and also to write music in. I don't know why, especially for the
roads are very wide.
Yeah. I think maybe the Italian and the Irish have an affinity for America.
Yeah,
and like, you know.
It depends, but no, stavo dicendo che gli ho chiesto diciamo il fascino del pubblico americano, perché loro hanno fatto il Lollapalooza, hanno fatto già 2 tour in America, ritorneranno, dice che ovviamente è affascinante andare in giro con il tour bus tra la East e la West Coast, quest'anno suoneranno anche in Texas. I see the date in Austin is at Emo's, which is a traditional blues club. Every great bluesman played there.
Dove questo?
A Austin in Texas.
Austin, c'è questo club proprio dedicato al blues.
Sì. So it's great, you know, it's a historical place.
I can't wait for that.
Our third album might have to be a blues record now.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more song to go before saying goodbye, and you have a new single coming out, which is called "If You're Gonna Break My Heart," but you can pick whatever song you like from the album, because the album is out. Everybody can have it and stream it and buy it on vinyl. Yeah, right. Absolutely. So I can tell you what are my favorites.
Okay, you pick.
Right. So, When I Have Her on My Mind.
You like that one?
Yes,
yeah.
great song. Valentine.
Yeah.
And also the ballad, The Things I Do. There are 3 great songs for me.
But queste sono le 3 canzoni che piacciono a Luca, che piacciono a me. Sta proponendo a loro, no, di suonare.
But you pick whatever you like.
Thank you very much. Those are nice picks.
Wow.
Of those 3, would you be able to play Valentine?
Of course, Valentine.
Whatever you want.
What is it about?
I think the radio maybe.
No,
Ci stanno
ready
pensando.
for that.
The compression, you know what I mean?
I need to think about those.
Why don't we do The Things I Do?
Go for it.
That's a good radio tune.
Okay.
A bit of a hip-hoppy beat to it?
It is a good radio tune.
Yeah, I think so.
It would be a single.
It's got a top line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got a top line, certo. Dice perché The Things I Do, che è quella un po' più ballad, dice è più da radio, quindi vabbè, mettiamo quella.
Dai.
Ok, let's play this and then we say goodbye. The Things I Do, nuova canzone che non è il nuovo singolo si chiamerà If You're Gonna Break My Heart, ma insomma è bello ascoltare gli album della loro interezza.
Come si faceva una volta, voglio dire. Alcuni gruppi non facevano neanche uscire i singoli, ti ricordi? Zeppelin, eccetera.
When we started doing radio many years ago, you weren't even in the minds of your parents. Many years ago,
Yeah.
we didn't have record labels saying this is the single.
No.
We would listen to an album and yeah, of course, yes. Every radio and every DJ would choose the songs to play.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's better, I think.
It's good.
Yeah,
because I guess you know your audience as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's, you know, and then after it came the singles things.
Well.
So thank you for being with us today. It's been a real pleasure to have
Cheers
a young
from
band.
Rome.
Yeah.
Bye from Rome.
We'll definitely come and see your shows in May, and good luck for everything.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Grazie agli Inhaler, grazie a Ryan, grazie a Elijah.
Ta-da!
Ciao.
Ciao.